What's going on, guys? My name is Scott, aka Hydro Kimono, and I've been sick for a few days, so I haven't really done any videos. I also haven't really had anything to talk about per se. But a few days ago, I did go to King Vapes in Chino Hills, California, and I picked this up. This is the iTaste MVP version 2. Um, I wasn't really intending for this to be like an unboxing video because I think unboxing videos are really pointless and just kind of dumb all around. But I did want to show you what you get in the packaging for anybody who is considering getting this and just kind of what it came with, because I didn't realize that it came with everything that it came with. So yeah, I'm just going to do this really quickly. So first of all, you've got your iTaste MVP version 2 device. So we're going to take this out. You have your user's manual and sort of a quick reference guide right here. Then you've got your iClear 30, which I didn't realize it came with. You've got your charger, and then you've got your beauty ring right here. So we'll kind of go into this stuff in just a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to show you this. This is the connection right here. So it is ego threaded. So you can put a tank on here, but you can also put a clearomizer, like so. And most people have a ton of these, so it will work with that. So it is firing. Take this off and throw the beauty ring on. I'll kind of show you, since I already have an iClear 30, I'm going to show you what it looks like with that on it. I haven't used the one that it came with because, you know, I already have one that I'm using, so I figure I'll save that one for when I get some just amazing e-juice that I'm really looking forward to vaping. So this is what it looks like with it on. So it does look pretty nice. The device overall isn't as big as I thought it was going to be, but it is, you know, it's heavy. It is heavy, and it's just kind of a brick, which is totally fine for me. This is a lot of the mods that I have and things like that don't really tend to leave the house. When I'm vaping outside of the house, I usually tend to use a what a secondhand vapor calls a Cigalite, so something that's more like a stick battery. You know, something that's about the size of an actual cigarette, or I'll use a mini ego, something like that when I leave the house. But for something like this, I wanted something a little bit different, and I'd seen a lot of really good reviews on this, and I'll kind of tell you why I picked this one up in particular. So right here you have this. This is the fire button right here. It's a 3-click on, 3-click off, which is a little bit different than the 5-click on, 5-click off. I actually think it's a little bit, obviously it's a little bit faster and a little bit easier, so 3 clicks, it'll blink, now it won't fire. 3 clicks on, it'll light up red, yellow, green, and now it's firing. So the lights also indicate the battery too. So when I hit this, if it were to say be red, that means I need to charge it. And it's about to go dead at some point really soon. Yellow means it's you know, time to start thinking about charging. You know, maybe it's about half power, and then green means you're good to go. So you know, that's kind of a nice feature too. And the button's real easy to press. I know a lot of other people have said that it's really hard, but I've had absolutely no problems with it. Right here on the bottom, this is pretty cool right here, if the camera would focus. So right here, you can actually charge things from this device. So you can actually, you know, plug in the USB that it comes with and plug it into your phone or you know, one of many other devices and actually charge it from here. So you just hit this, you click this lever here to on, and then you can actually charge something. So which is, well, I think a really cool feature. You know, there's been times where my phone has died and I'm just sort of out and about and my car charger wasn't working. I would have loved to have had this with me because at least I could have charged it up enough to, you know, to get home. So it's kind of a nice feature. Down here you have your display. It's not going to show up on my camera too well, unfortunately, but if you hold these two buttons down and give you the puff count, then it's going to give you the volts, or rather the battery life, which I think is a really cool thing. It will also show your the ohms of the device that you have on as well, which is a pretty cool thing, and actually a big reason why I decided to actually do that. Now, I don't really use, you've got voltage and wattage. Wattage is up here, so if you hold this down, if you hold the button down for a few seconds, you can actually change the wattage there. If you hold the bottom button down, puff counter comes on, and then you have your voltage. I don't really know anything about wattage, so I don't really mess with that. I just pretty much use voltage. Now, the thing is, though, when you are in voltage mode or wattage mode, you can only use the one button that gets you to that mode to change it. Meaning that if I'm holding the bottom button down to go into voltage mode, I can't use the up button to go up and the down button to go down. You can only use the down button. And that actually, the down button will actually move everything up, if that makes sense. So right now I'm at like 3.5 volts. So if I were to hold this down and get to it, and then I want to change it, I keep hitting the button and the number goes up. And then once it gets to 5 volts, then it'll round robin and go back to 3. So I think it's 3, or it's 3 point. Let's see. So we're gonna round robin real quick here. Yeah, 3.3. So it'll go down back down to 3.3. So you can only use one button to change any of this stuff. So not really a big deal for me because I usually vape on the same voltage. But you know, for some people that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be a little bit annoying. So if I hit these two just real quick, so that's giving me 1.9. So the ohms on this iClear 30 is 1.9. So that's how you would do that. So, you know, all in all, I think that to me, this is just a really solid device, especially for anybody who wants to kind of step up from egos. The cool thing is that you can check your ohms, you can kind of see that, so you can kind of dial in your voltage accordingly to what you're comfortable with. You know, but it's also really large. I mean, this whole thing's a battery, so you're going to get a lot of battery life out of this. You're probably going to be able to use this, like for me, this would probably last me days at a time without having to charge it. You can charge other devices from it, which is really nice. So you always have a charger with you no matter where you are, as long as you remember to bring your cord with you. But it's a really small cord, so it's something you could just throw in your back pocket if you needed to. Comes with the iClear 30, which is really nice. This is sort of just like an all-in-one starter kit, and you know, the only thing you need would be the e-juice. So you know, that's kind of why I went with it. I wanted something that would check ohms and that I could actually adjust the voltage and things like that, but I didn't want I already have an ego variable voltage, you know, and that's all it does. So I wanted something that's a little step up from that. So you know, this I would sort of put in the upper mid tier, if you will. The Cigalite being low tier, the Ego style batteries being, you know, low tier as well, or maybe mid tier. This is going to be more like a high mid tier because there are things that this won't do. And then you've got your mechanical mods and your more expensive mods that are kind of more high tier, because you'll be able to vape everything on those. One thing this won't be able to vape is anything that's sub ohm. It won't even read it. So something like my Nemesis, if I build a coil that's, you know, below an ohm, it's not going to register on here. So, and that was one thing they actually told me when I bought this, because they know that I am trying my hand at rebuildables. You know, I did do a build recently, and it worked. But it looks ugly as sin. It just looks terrible. But it was my first one, so I wouldn't be able to put, say, the Nemesis on something like this unless I built some coils on it that were like above an ohm. So just kind of know that going into it. But for somebody who is looking to step up from the Ego style battery and wants something a little bit more advanced but not super expensive, this is a great starter kit, I think. You know, it's hard to get around the fact that it's sort of like this rectangle and that it's heavy. But once you get past that, it's a really, really solid device, I think. And I got this for $60, the complete kit. Online, I've seen them for $70, and those are sale prices. So I think that all in all, I got an extremely good deal on this, and I'm pretty pleased with it. So anyway, just sort of like a quickish video. I just wanted to kind of bring this to you guys' attention. Anybody who hasn't already seen reviews on something like this. And I think it's it's good for people who've been vaping for a while if they're looking for something different that will still do the things they want their mods to be able to do. But it's also good for somebody who's new too. Somebody who wants to step up from the Ego style batteries and wants just sort of like an all-in-one device. I mean, this is a great all-in-one device. It's easy to use. It's for what you're getting. It's not terribly expensive. It has a great battery life. And the fact that you can charge other things from it is a pretty cool perk that you're not going to see in probably most other mods. So yeah, I mean, definitely check around, see what kind of price you can get on it. Like I said, King Vapes was selling it for $60 for this, the whole kit. So anyway, hopefully you guys like the review. If you guys already have one of these, tell me what you guys think about it. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments, and I will try to get back to them as soon as I can, and try to give you as much information as I can. Also, like I said, I've only had this for, I think, 2 days, 3 days. So I've been getting a lot of use out of it, and I've been really enjoying it, but I haven't really played around with it too much. So anyway, thank you for watching, and you guys take care.